Hi everyone, this is Sarah from Professional Pit Stop. Really sorry about the lighting and the glare in my glasses. I'm blind without them, so I do need them. So hopefully it won't be too distracting. But to not get caught up in writing, I wanted to catch up with you about resumes. So I have been reviewing quite a few resumes the last few days, and there are three key things that I think I'd like to share in terms of like things that can help you with your resume. So the first one is that a lot of what I'm seeing in resumes so far is that they are very, very wordy and they're all very smushed. They're trying to get into that one page, but they're trying to fit absolutely everything into that one page, and that's not necessary. So my recommendation is be succinct as possible and be specific as possible. And any of your work experiences, keep it to 4 bullet points. And if you're really, really, really going to push it, go 6. Anything more than that, you're going to just annoy the reader and they're going to skim and they're not going to get the full value out of your resume. And the second thing that I'm noticing about resumes is that they are also very, very vague. So there's just like all of these bullet points with these long running sentences that have a bit of a point to them, but they're not very specific. And I know this can be very, very difficult to do, but try to think about your jobs and what you're doing and what impact you have specifically had. So whether it's increasing user engagement by 15%, it's reducing time to deliver by 10%, it's increasing customer satisfaction by X%, it's bettering the time of so and so by 60 minutes, whatever it might be. And if you really think about it, there's usually some sort of number that you can attribute to an action, and that just makes your work seem far more tangible. If you're saying things like you collaborated in a cross-functional team, that's great, but what was the team really doing, and what was your role? Were you just someone there that was there to provide an opinion? Like, what was the work that you actually did? Saying that you worked in part of a cross collaborative team for X, Y, and Z doesn't really tell us much. It just tells us that you're part of a pod and doing a larger thing, but it doesn't actually tell us what your skill set is. So really try to narrow in on, like, if you are an engineer, focusing in on the core competencies of an engineer. If you are in sales, what are the core competencies that you're doing in sales? And then try and apply, and that can apply to any kind of role as well. Like, just go back to the core of what it is that you do and really speak to the skills that you are showing off and enhancing, and anywhere that you've gone above and beyond. And I suppose actually that's a bonus tip. Always start with your strongest points first. I'm seeing some resumes where it's very, very vague bullet points, and then it's this incredible bullet point that I would have missed had I not been reading diligently, because I'm doing a review for this person. If I was skimming through it, I would have skipped it right away. And that's what most recruiters and hiring managers are going to do. They're going to skim. They're not going to read diligently because they don't want to read a novel. Which, again, don't be too wordy and don't be vague. Capture us. It's a piece of marketing at the end. In one page, you have one page to grab our attention. So, like, do that, grab our attention, think like a marketer here. And that comes down a little bit to my third point, which is formatting. Be consistent. At the end of the day, yes, people say go a little bit crazy, you'll catch the attention, you'll catch the eye, you'll break the monotony of a lot of people doing resume reviews. That may be true, but if the substance of what you're doing in that formatting is just too jarring, it's just going to be dismissed no matter how strong the experience is. And I've seen a lot of like these sidebars in resumes where it's like, here's the education, here's the skills, here's the proficiency level of so-and-so skills. And then they have like a sliver of a column for all of their experience. And it really ends up taking away precious real estate, like page real estate from the resume. So, and try and be consistent in that like block format in your resume. It just makes it so much easier. Yes, your nicely formatted and creatively designed resume may grab attention, but it's probably going to grab attention for all the wrong reasons and not the right reasons. Some exceptions to this might be if you're doing any kind of creative careers like design, for example, and even marketing. I would say stick to the consistent format where possible too. Yeah, there's very few kind of areas where going a little bit off the wall and a little bit wacky is going to help. So be mindful of that too. And another little bonus point, so technically this is my top 5 tips, is if you are rating skills and you do have like a proficiency against it, take that out. Your proficiency, your self-rated proficiency isn't really going to help in your resume review. It's completely arbitrary. We have nothing to benchmark that against. We're going to test you on it anyway if it's something that's in the job. So your real skill is going to come out in that. So don't add proficiency levels to your skills, just list the skills and save yourself the space, use that space for something else. So yeah, they are my top 3, technically 5 tips for resumes. If you want to know more about resumes and how you can make them even better, even more, you can check out my website, professionalpitstop.com. I'm going to be launching a course there around more best practices around resumes. There'll even be some bonus material, hopefully, on cover letters, but no promises there. And also, if you like this, if this was helpful for you, please like, share, and subscribe. And you can also take part in the conversation too. We do have a Facebook community group, and the link will be down below. So make sure to check that out as well. I'm trying to post there pretty regularly, and just different resources, different articles, just to try and help you out in this process. So yeah, there you have it. Top few tips from a resume perspective from an actual recruiter. Hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions, just feel free to comment and reach out to me, and I will be happy to answer. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy rewriting your resume. Take care. Bye.